Gemini just, or more so should I say, Google just went absolutely crazy with this new release of Gemini 2.0. It's opened doors for so many different things, and I think for a long time, OpenAI opened the doors in the realm for people to use AI as a gimmick and stuff like that. But the amount of projects that Google has pushed out and the capabilities and actual genuine like being able uh, genuinely allowing the average person to use it in everyday life is absolutely outstanding. I don't think anybody can catch up anymore, and rightfully so, as they were the leaders of tech prior to the smaller companies like OpenAI and other like VO and but uh, Bolt new stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, with Gemini 2.0, they've opened doors to. I think their new project is called Project Astra, which is essentially, and you can see the ad placement, of course. They would use a Google-based phone, but I was watching a demo, which essentially Project Astra is about just allowing the phone to have full capabilities with an AI assistant. That's what the Astra product is. So it Astra will be able to see what's in your camera, explain what's going on. Be it you have certain objects in there, it will give you the breakdown and the history on said objects or whatever you ask it for. Like if you want to use it as a to help you with a outfit idea, it can do that. You have a cool work of art, it will tell you about the history of said work of art and so on and so forth. It's got absolutely outstanding memory, so it remembers previous conversations. I think if you've been playing around with AI, you know that sometimes memory is an issue. We never think about it, especially as sentient beings. But yeah, obviously, using AI, you're just like, oh, memory is just as important. And obviously, next it will be comprehension, which it does quite well. Obviously, it isn't testing stages. These are like the first. I think this is the first. Oh gosh, I can't speak. This is the first set of it being out, or the first version. Should I say that's the word? The first version of it out. So I believe it's not out to public just yet. I don't think so. I think it is still in testing stages with specific testers, which is great. Next, I believe it's Project Mariner. I don't know if I'm butchering that pronunciation, which is essentially automation agent. Any miscellaneous task it will do for you, even go as far as purchasing. But I believe like on very important tasks, it there is a permission access sort of things where a human has to actually interact with it, just like purchases, so things don't go crazy. And I think it's great. We already have automation softwares out there with like, or is it Make AI, Make.com, sorry, and they've been running the game quite long. So without having the attachments of like you would create little checkpoints. I don't know if anybody's used Make AI, but you have these little checkpoints that you set out within Make AI. You don't have to deal with all of that. You would essentially just type in on Mariner what task you need done, and then it will go through with doing the task. The only disadvantage at this stage, again, as it's the first version, is you actually have to have Mariner active on the current screen you're using, so it doesn't do it in the background. So, for instance, you want to find a certain company's. This was in the demo. You want to find a certain company's email. You just say a list of the companies that you're looking for, and then you just tell it, yeah, look for said companies. You will literally view it, scouring the web, going through the websites, clicking links, and then capturing the emails, and it's absolutely outstanding to watch. But the thing that I'm most excited on, oh, actually, sorry, almost forgot. Um, in a lot of the demos, you were seeing it interact with gaming, which I think is great. We haven't seen that being done with a lot of AI yet. It helps with like gaming strategies and just giving you a lot of information and aid whilst playing, especially when you're in like games that are live and interactive with, be it with other people, where you can't pause. You need like information at that moment in time. So having things like Project Astra, that's the specific which would allow you to do mobile gaming at this point in time. Um, you can use it to give you information on the best forms of attack, best different strategies on whatever type of game you're playing. And finally, with Gemini 2.0 in itself, one of the most exciting things is it can screen record your work. So this is actually Gemini 2.0. And if you're doing certain things on your screen, it will allow you, or it will help you with said task. And another great thing is they've implemented VUI, or voice user interface, which just allows you to converse with the AI. It seems pretty smooth so far. I think sometimes when you converse with it, it might cut out bits of your conversation and stuff. But again, it's this first version, and VUI is very new in regards. It might not be new, but in regards to AI, I feel like it's pretty new. Still, they're working on speech and stuff like that. Excuse me. But I think for basic tasks, it's still capturing very well. I had to play around with it and I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. I'm gonna try and see if I can play around with it some more and see how far I can push it. But I absolutely love it, especially as somebody who's trying to learn coding. I can just turn this AI into a mentor as such, or a teacher to aid me in situations where I don't have instant access to people. Now, situations where I would usually run to Stack Overflow, or there's particular things where I'm not even articulating very well when I'm having issues, where Stack Overflow would usually come in place. I don't know if I explained that very well, but there may be issues that I can't articulate out, and because the whole AI is viewing my whole screen, it can view situations or problems that I hadn't even noticed, which I think is outstanding, and then it will assist me to correct myself. And you can use this in many different ways. Again, it has access to your actual window. It also has access to your camera, or if you just want to use your voice, you use your voice. So it has many capabilities. Yeah, and to access that, it took me a little second. You actually have to go to Google AI Studio rather than actually just going on Gemini, the Gemini site. And then when you go into Google AI Studio, you'll see it will allow you to have the access to the screen recording and the voice conversation and so on and so forth. But yeah, I'm super, super, super duper excited. I think the new year we're gonna be so heavy on AI, and I think you just have to be in the game. Like, it's not something that you can hide away from it, of course, but it's there to assist you. It's not everybody's fearful of it, like taking jobs, etc., etc. Again, it may take jobs, but I think it will also open doors for new jobs. And just like, bro, people used to say the tractor is gonna kill farming. It's just stopped miscellaneous tasks, and yeah. So on that note, hope you guys have a lovely day.